Hello everyone, today we'll be learning how to play Solo by Clean Bandit featuring Demi Lovato, and it sounds like this. Hello, what's up guys? This is Simone from Your Guitar Academy. In this solo guitar lesson, we'll be learning how to play the different sections of this song. Just before we start guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see all the guitar lessons that we upload on YouTube. And remember that you can find the chord diagrams and the full write-up of this lesson for free in the link in the description here below. Okay guys, so we are playing today the acoustic guitar in standard tuning with a capo on the 2nd fret. Okay, so let's go through the first section. The first section that we need to learn is the verse. In the verse we need 4 chords. We are in 4/4 and it sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the G, then same on the E minor, 3, 4, same on the F, 2, 3, 4. The style for this rhythm is going to be a reggae rhythm. So it's something that you can play either finger picking or with the pick. If you play finger picking, which is like I was playing in the introduction, you basically need to play 4 strings at the same time every time. So for the A minor, the 4 strings that I'm playing, thumb, index, middle and ring finger, are going to be A, D, G, B. For the G, I'm going to move the thumb up to the low E and it's going to be E, D, G, B. For the E minor I stay there, E, D, G, B, and for the F I stay there, E, D, G, B. I play this version of the F with the thumb on playing the root note on the 1st fret of the E string. If you want to check the diagram again, you can find all the diagrams in the link in the description. Okay, so what is important when you play reggae rhythm is that you only want to hit the chords on the up beats. So that's the thing about the reggae rhythm. So when you count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you only play the chords when you say end. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and at the same time you want to make sure that after you play them, when you have the following downbeats, when you say the following number, you actually stop the sound, and you can do that with both hands. It's up to you. You can do it with the right hand, just going on top of the strings like this, you know, stopping the sound, or even better, I think it sounds even a bit more clean if you do it on the left hand, like 1. You see, I lift the pressure from the fingers, I remove the fingers without lifting them completely, and that stops the sound. And sometimes when I have my little finger free, I help myself using the little finger as well, like that. Okay, so this is something that you can do through the entire verse and also during the pre-chorus. So the first 2 sections, verse and pre-chorus, sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and chords: A minor, G, E minor, F. Okay, if you don't like the finger picking version or you're not familiar with the finger picking, you can use the pick and just play all upstrokes like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you just need to make sure again to hit only the upstrokes when you say end, and to stop the sound of the following beats this time with the right hand all the time, like 1 and I do that to stop the sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, if you don't like the upstrokes, you can actually do the same even with downstrokes if you are fast enough to count everything in 16ths, like 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3 E and up, 4 E and up, and at real tempo playing all together, it's going to sound like 1 E. Okay, so if you like to play with the pick, I personally recommend you to practice this last option with the downstrokes, but it's again completely up to you. Okay, so this was the verse and the pre-chorus. For the chorus, we've got something similar because the chords are going to be the same, but we play a different rhythm. So we play something like this. There is going to be a syncopation on the same chords. So when do you play them? So you play the first A minor on the end number 1, so 1 and the second A minor on the 4th 16th of the second beat. So you need to count in 16ths, which means 2 E and A, and you say A when you play that chord. So 2 E and A, that's where you play it. So together the first half of the bar is 1 and 2 E and A. Okay. On the third beat you do the same as the first beat, so you're going to play 3 and on the beat number 4 you don't play anything, you take a beat of rest. So when you play all together it's going to be 1 and 2 E and A, 3 and 4 E and A, 4 without playing anything. It's a bit difficult to count it while you play it, but I'm sure that if you play this a few times you're gonna be fine because it's going to be very groovy. Okay, these are the first 4 bars. When you repeat the same 4 bars, you don't play the F at all. So you just keep the 4th bar the second time. You stop on the E minor, but you don't play the F. So if I go through the whole chorus, it's going to sound like this. One, two, three, 4, and you stop there. This is the chorus, the second part that you can play. Obviously, you could play the same, even with a pick if you want, using maybe a bit of palm muting, so stopping the sound with the palm of your hand very close to the bridge, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Bam, bam, bam. It's the same, it just sounds a bit too heavy for me, so I prefer to use still finger picking, but again, it's completely up to you. And then we have the post-chorus, so the last section where you play the reggae rhythm that we played for the verse and the pre-chorus, but you're going to change now the third chord, the E minor, with a C major. So it's going to be A minor, G, C, F. So the rhythm for this post-chorus part is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and chords now 3, 4, A minor, G, C, F, A minor, G, C, F. Remember that you play always on the end, never when you say the number of the beat. Okay, guys, be always very groovy. So if you like, when you stop the sound, if you're playing finger picking, you can try to play a tiny bit of percussion all on the beats number 2 and 4. Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Whatever is the chord you're playing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, always like this, with the thumb doing a sort of slap on the beats number 2 and 4. It's not something that you can hear on the record, but it's something that it sounds very groovy when you play it, especially if you're playing the acoustic guitar, accompanying yourself and singing, or if you're playing for a singer. Okay, now in the record there is also another guitar here and there that plays a sort of arpeggio on the same main 4 chords, A minor, G, E minor, F, playing basically 3 notes of arpeggios in the last 3/16ths of the 4th beat of each bar. What does it mean? That imagine you are on the A minor bar. On this last beat, the 4th, you're going to play 4 E and up. Okay, it's something that it's basically played with a triad. So for the A minor, the triad is going to be 7th fret with a ring finger on the D string, and then a mini bar of the 5th fret of the G and B string. Then for the G, so the second chord, you're going to play a 5th fret with a ring finger on the D string, then 6th fret on the G string with the second finger, and 5th and 3rd fret, sorry, so 4th fret on the second finger on the G string and first finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. I'm counting them considering the capo as the beginning of the fretboard, so that is important. So when I say 5th, this is actually the 7th fret on the guitar, but it's the 5th from the capo because we are playing with a capo on the 2nd fret. Okay, guys. Then the next chord is going to be an E minor that you play with the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string and then 2 open strings, G and B. And then the F is going to be like the G but 2 frets back, so 3rd fret of the D string, then 2nd fret of the G, 1st fret of the B string. Now, if you play them all together, just to let you hear where it's supposed to be, I will play the triads all the time, even for the normal reggae rhythm that we played here before. Okay, so there's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and A, 1 and 2 and 3 and again, originally these 3 notes that you hear for each chord are played by another guitar, so it's a second guitar that here and there, not every bar, in the pre-chorus and in the verse adds a bit of spicy, you know, arpeggios. If you like it, if it's something that sounds good to you, you can play 3 beats reggae using this triad, and on the 4th beat you can do this 4 E and A, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and A. The way I play it with the right hand is basically thumb, index and middle finger on the D, G and B strings. Okay, it's again not something that you can hear in the record, but it's something that sounds groovy, so if you want to have a groovy alternative, this is a good one, like 1 and 2 and 4. Okay, that's an idea of a possible acoustic arrangement. Alright, so I hope that this video helps you. Thumbs up for liking the videos and subscribe to our channel. Remember that you can find the full write-up in the lesson in the link in the description here below. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching. I will see you the next time.